The Nigeria Football Federation Director of Media and Communications, Mr. Ademola Olajire, announced the appointment of new media officers, Baba Femi Raji as Super Eagles Media Officer and Oluchi Tobechukwu as Super Falcons Media. We wish to congratulate and of course wish them luck in their new roles. So welcome back to the sports segment of the weekend show. I am Amanda Soki.
And I'm Ayo Adams. Good morning. Super Eagles coach Kenneth Raw has released a 24 list of players who are going to be facing Sierra Leone in November 13th for the AFCON qualifiers. The list of players have been released, and we have Captain Ahmed Musa recalled back into the team. We have Victor Osimhen, who has also been recalled back, and one of my best players in the Nigerian team, Joe Aribo, has also been recalled, and goalkeeper Akpeyi has also been recalled back into the team. A lot of players who were in the last friendly are also called back. We have Alex Iwobi, we have Leon Balogun, we have Trust Ekong, we have Etebo, and we also have Awaziem, who are also back in the squad for the qualifiers with Sierra Leone. Now, Amanda, looking at how Nigeria played with in the friendlies with Tunisia and Algeria, it's safe to say that yes, we've seen these new players play, but to qualify, we need the ones who are up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ahmed Musa coming back and Victor Osimhen and then Aribo. What do you think this will do for the qualifiers?
No,
Is that a win for Nigeria?
I feel right now we're already scaling high and sitting on top of the group, and having Joe Aribo back, having Osimhen back, as Osimhen is going to bring in the goals which we sometimes lack, and of course Aribo will bring down midfield as an enforcer and help us. So I'm actually very excited to watch him play again, and of course see Osimhen on the field.
All right,
so yes.
and then that will be November 13th. Nigeria will be taking on Sierra Leone to play their qualifiers for the AFCON. Yes, we are all rooting for Nigeria, and we hope we get the 3 points required so we can move to the next. We can move to the next one.
Exactly.
And still on Nigeria, Nigerian's captain Ahmed Musa has mutually terminated his deal with his club Al Nassr. He said he met the club's director and said he wants to leave the club and he wants to go and play more football in Europe. So he has terminated the deal. My question is, do you think he really terminated that deal to play more football in Europe? Because we saw him play in Leicester City and he didn't really get the time.
Yeah.
He was well known for his days in CSK Moscow, you understand. But now, him terminating his deal with the Qatar club, what does that do? Do you think, does he have, is there still more for Musa to offer on the club side that he needs to play in Europe? And if he is in Europe, where do you think he's going to go to?
For Musa to actually terminate his deal, I feel he must have he has options. I don't think he would just terminate his deal without having maybe any club coming to speak to him, or they always meet their agents. But I'm hoping at least, especially with AFCONs, I don't see him just taking such a wild decision. Unless if something really happened and then he left.
While researching it, I think I found out that the fans were not happy at his performances.
Oh wow!
So I think the fans called for it. He practically felt that maybe this was not a good decision going to go and play in Qatar.
You know what? Instead of Europe, why even America is there? MLS.
Let's go
I would
to
like
MLS.
to see MLS. Funny enough, I'd have said maybe I can see him going to maybe Russia, but he has already played in CS:GO, so it's not going to be that easy for him. But I'll say if he can make it to the MLS, it's not bad, Musa. We need him playing. He's our striker. We need him fully fit. We have a match soon, so
yeah, because we know whenever he's tough, Musa always shows up.
So
we need him on top of his game. We need him performing, and we need him injury free.
Exactly.
And still on that, still talking about Nigerian players, we have Joe Aribo, the wonder kid, is back, and on his return back to Rangers, he scored against Livingstone. Gerrard was really happy to see that happen. Joe Aribo is going to be back against Sierra Leone, and I can't wait to see him dazzle. Joe Aribo, he just brings this energy into the team.
Yeah.
There's free will of movement. He's not scared. He owns the ball. He dictates his own play.
He's learning very well from Gerrard.
He's learning really well from Gerrard. He dictates his own play. I think that is one quality player we need to look at. We need to pay attention to. And he would
100%. I agree. And I see him. Of course, he's doing well at Rangers, but I'm hoping he'll move to the Premier League.
Let's see him in the big stages.
Yes.
Let's see Joe Aribo.
That's what's next for him.
Yeah, Joe Aribo, if you're watching this, let's see. We want to see you on the big stage. We want to see you play in big clubs such as Chelsea, Manchester United, Man City. Yes, a lot of players have played there. So yeah, Joe Aribo will be back to play against Sierra Leone. let's watch out for that.
Okay, so yeah, moving on. It seems like every week we're here, we talk about the same thing. But guess what? We have the FIFA president. So FIFA president Gianni Infantino has coronavirus. Yes, and not only him, more players such as the Manchester United player Alex Telles, he has coronavirus, and Cristiano Ronaldo has tested positive for the 3rd time in a row. So he's tested positive again for coronavirus, and meaning he's going to continue to miss matches. I think for Ronaldo, you know, some people have this issue of coronavirus, they keep testing and they just keep being positive. So I don't know whether he's now a case of maybe he might not even have it, but for some reason he's still testing positive.
When the squad list was released against Barcelona, he said PVC was. He used the strong language that the testing kits were not really giving what was expected. But I think yesterday, I saw he recovered.
I hope so.
Let's hope
I hope so, because right now it's I mean for the player test 3 times, there needs to be something too much. So let's hope, and at least the good thing, like from Manchester United, it was only him that tested positive, and that's why he missed the Champions League match. Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Still on that, we move to La Liga, where we have Bartomeu has resigned as the Barcelona president. Barcelona fans were so happy. They were in so much joy to see the long-standing incompetence gone from their scenes. And he didn't only resign, he resigned with the whole board, which shows that at the end of the day, the vote of no confidence is coming in 5 months. 20,000 signatures have been put out against him. He knows fully well he's not going to win that election. He had so it's basically just safe.
Why did he step out? He's just
according to him, he said he wanted to make amends. He wanted Messi to find balance. He wanted the team to find shape, and that's and he didn't just leave like that. He left saying that Barcelona are being committed to the European Super League, whatever that is. Which the European Super League is the top teams.
Because I know Manchester United and Liverpool were said to be the ones being interested.
So he said, and people are saying maybe he has been a puppet for Real Madrid and so on and so forth. But I know that Barcelona fans are really happy that Bartomeu has resigned. And we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, that Ronald Koeman might lose his job, and it's looking like Ronald Koeman will lose his job.
True. I forgot about
Victor Font made a video a day after that happened. He made a video saying that he wants Messi will stay, and Pep Guardiola is coming back, and that can only send one message: Ronald Koeman is going. And
wait, did you just say Guardiola is coming back? What happened to Xavi? I thought they said Xavi was going to come back and be the new manager.
The list was Xavi, Pep Guardiola, but he's gone for Pep.
Wait, what's going to happen to Manchester City? Are they going to will Pep just stop the season?
I don't know.
To return to Barcelona?
I do not know what is going to happen to Pep Guardiola, but let's wait to see what happens. Let's wait to see who wins. We still have Joan Laporta, the former president, contesting. Victor Fonte looks to be the front runner, and if he wins, Koeman will pray that he doesn't win, so he doesn't lose his job.
Honestly, right, it's easy to just say, oh, you're going to get Pep Guardiola, but
it's not.
Do you know how much you're going to pay? I actually see Koeman probably, instead of Guardiola, more of Pochettino. I think maybe Pochettino might come in to just be a placement for Guardiola.
But what of just throwing support behind Koeman? Since the villain, Bartomeu is gone, we can clearly see that Koeman is doing great. If it's not 100%, he's trying. He's trying to get the team back into shape, the energy, the synergy, the coordination back. So, Ronald Koeman, we wish you the best. Hopefully, if Victor Fonte wins, he doesn't get you sacked. And we move to the Champions League. And moving to the Champions League, a lot happened during the midweek. A lot of games were played. But the most high-catching performance had to be Marcus Rashford of Manchester United, scoring a hat-trick. A record hat-trick, 27 minutes. That's the highest ever in the competition. It's Mbappe is now second, who had a 38-minute hat-trick. Now, Rashford has a hat-trick. Good performance.
Great
Manchester,
performance.
Great performance. My bad. Great performance.
Can I just say, I remember when the group was called out. Group of death. We have PSG, who were finalists in Champions League last year. Then we had, Leipzig, who were semi-finalists before the year. So, and just seeing how we came out, played against PSG, now seeing how we took on Leipzig. Honestly, it was a very tight match, and of course, at the end, they had to start pushing for more. Yeah. And Rashford, he surprised me because honestly, I was disappointed in his performance against PSG when he missed so many, the 2 chances, one-on-one versus keeper, he missed those goals. But so when he came in and just was so awesome. Like
Yeah,
I don't know
mean,
what's going. Manchester United in Champions League and Manchester
they're
United
different. They are two different people.
Two different
They are two
teams,
different
two
entities.
different
And one
teams.
thing you like to see, Manchester United feed off counter-attacks.
Yes.
They let you attack them, and then they pounce off, and that shows. And Rashford, relentlessly, he keeps running.
Yes.
He's always running into spaces, and they will pick him up at the pass, and he gets the goal at the back of the net.
Exactly. So at least anyway, moving on from Manchester United, Real Madrid, once again, they dropped points against Gladbach. So they were trailing down 2-0, and of course, you know, did a comeback just like they did against Shakhtar. So right now, they just have 2 points. And, you know, what was actually in the news was Benzema, who's a Real Madrid striker, was caught in the tunnel when they were about to come in for the second half. He was caught in the tunnel telling their fullback, Mendy, not to pass the ball to Vinicius Junior. I mean, that is so, I felt so bad for Vinicius Junior, even though, yes, he was playing bad ball. You know, it's something that maybe can be said behind closed doors, but to actually publicly be caught telling your teammate not to pass the ball. So, that was terrible.
I feel bad for Vinicius as a player, knowing that a fellow player don't want the ball passed to you.
Yeah.
Not just by saying it. Stats show that throughout the second half, Benzema did not pass one ball to Vinicius Junior. And we know Benzema is a brute. He comes out, he says his mind. Yeah, Benzema says his mind. Yeah, and I'm sure an apology was already in order.
Yeah.
I'm sure it has been squashed. But nevertheless, to leave that case dead like that, Benzema he's a player who has had a lot to go through in Real Madrid. Yeah. He's been through the ranks. He's been through a lot of players. So he knows you can basically, aside from Sergio Ramos, you can basically call him the boss because he gets them the goals. So if he sees a young player who's supposed to do what, help the team, not helping the team, I think it's right to call him out. But in that manner, it was wrong.
He should have called him out during halftime in the locker room.
Probably call him one-on-one.
What are you playing?
Rather than saying it to another person.
Attack him there and there than to do that, you know, telling the other player. I felt as the senior player, you know, of course, I think they all call each other out during whatever happens during the halftime, but to now secretly tell another player, it was just shady.
Shady, yeah. Well, let's leave Real Madrid and we move to Juventus. Barcelona beat Juventus 2-0 in the Champions League. Goals from Ousmane Dembele and a penalty from Lionel Messi. Well, that match should have gone more than 2-0 if Barcelona converted the chances. But the question here is, was the omission of Ronaldo the cause of the loss, or is Juve still finding their feet under André Pirlo?
I'll say Ronaldo's absence was because, I mean, Ronaldo, it just shows his value in that team. You know, sometimes you just forget about what's going on, but I feel Ronaldo missing. They seriously missed Ronaldo because Ronaldo, he can pull anything out of the blue. He can just, just
before you continue, Morata had 3 goals cancelled. How unfortunate can you be to have 3 goals rolled out offside?
Morata is the king of offside. Like, he didn't start
I think we need to give him that title, take it away from Filippo Inzaghi or Crespo. Give it to him. 3 goals.
Yeah.
3 goals. I mean, that's a hat-trick thrown away. Morata, please stay behind the lines. Stay behind the lines. Juventus, they've not won any game. Right.
Yeah, guess
they've
what?
They've not won any game.
They haven't won again, and guess who's been absent all through?
It's Ronaldo.
Exactly.
So let's see. Ronaldo's inclusion in the next game next week, we'll see what happens. If Ronaldo effect will come back and Juventus will have their 3 points.
100%. So yeah, moving on to some Premier League news. Burnley is on the verge of a £200 million takeover by Egyptian businessman Mohamed El Kashai. So right now with that, I'm sure the Burnley fans are going to be extremely happy because Burnley actually, this whole Premier League season, they had the least amount of money spent in terms of transfers. And the new owners have come out to say that they are going to back Sean Dyche 100% and, you know, give him the players he wants. I mean, just look at the difference between, if they can get the owners, of course, to come in and, you know, take over. The difference between how Newcastle just spent so much money, you know, even though that didn't take over happen. I'll be so happy for Burnley because Sean Dyche is a good manager, and, you know, when you don't buy, they only buy a midfielder and a goalkeeper, so they're really struggling this season.
You would see that some of their performances 2 seasons when they would landed up in the Europa League, you know that quality players gets you above other people.
Exactly.
Yes, and I think this takeover is good for them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money to be spent, a lot of players to be bought. So I know Sean Dyche already has a list of players he wants to pursue, and hopefully it will work for them. So Amanda, Liverpool and Fabinho.
Yes. Oh, Liverpool is going
seems
through
the
a
universe,
rough
it
season
seems the
right
universe
now.
is against Liverpool
I
right
know,
now.
So, after losing Virgil van Dijk, who is out for the whole season, Fabinho right now is injured, and he seems like he's going to lose. He's going to be out for a couple of matches. He hasn't been confirmed, but they said he had an injury to his right thigh. So,
Klopp was quoted saying that this is the last thing they would wanted to see, and you could feel his pain, because first thing is Van Dijk went off. Fabinho came in. He didn't take any time to settle. Fabinho was easy peasy. It was like he's been playing that position for years, and 2 matches in, he's gone. So they need to look into either they need to look into their young ones.
He was one of the new players that came in for Fabinho.
So let's hope
right
that
now,
works for them.
Liverpool, what they really, what really helped them stand out last season was their great defense. I mean, Van Dijk was a rock. So losing him, Fabinho came and was doing okay, and next thing, Fabinho is gone. So right now they now have to depend on Gomez and a junior player. And, Gomez doesn't have that experience. When you watch like Varane without Ramos, he's a totally different player.
He's a disaster without
Yes,
Ramos.
exactly. So I'm wondering if Gomez has that leadership skill in him to actually take the lead, and of course.
Well, it's situations like this that bring out new players. So let's see if that happens.
So
and on Sunday, Arsenal travels to the Old Trafford to play Manchester United. And we all know what the kind of Manchester United has been. They've been having great performances in the Champions League, well, in the Premier League too, aside the last week game against Chelsea. Let's see how they will perform against Arsenal. I know Amanda would stay on course with her club, and a couple of people in the studio says they want Arsenal to win. Well, we would know how that happens on Sunday by 5:30 when Manchester United take on Arsenal at the Old Trafford. Amanda, just to put it into record, who wins the game?
Right now, with Chelsea, I'm quite diplomatic. With Chelsea's match, I felt it was going to be a draw, but I just picked, if anyone was to win, I would pick Manchester United. But with Arsenal, I feel Arteta really isn't that much pressure, because I feel when you're under pressure, coaches, they seem like they don't want to lose, settle for a draw. So I guess I'll of course pick my team, but I think Arsenal would never win, but at most a draw.
Right, Amanda said Arsenal would never win. Yes, I'm back in Manchester United for this game this weekend. Let's see what happens. If Arsenal can spark a light, can Aubameyang come and pick a goal? Will Rashford come and continue his magic? We'll see how that happens on Sunday.
Yes, okay, moving on to UFC. We have Khabib. He retired after his match, against John, and it's so sad. But after losing his father, he's actually 29 and old. After losing his father due to coronavirus, his father is actually his coach, and he was like, his mom doesn't want him to continue fighting without his mother, and he said that he promised his mom he would retire. So it was actually so sad just seeing the whole emotions of not having his father, who has been his trainer and who has always been at his side right there. So I think it's something that probably he would go home, and just take a break. And I think
he went home with his head high up. He's still the champion. And talking about champions, Lewis Hamilton is now the all-time record holder for the most podium in F1 history, beating Michael Schumacher last weekend. And before we leave the show today, Marcus Rashford got a hat-trick against Leipzig during the Champions League. We'll leave you with his second goal, which happens to be one of the best goals amongst the three. Let's have it. And that's the end of the show. We thank you for watching us today. Please tune in next week. Follow us on social media at The Weekend Show, at The Weekend Show NG. My name is Ayo Adams.
And I am Amanda Soki. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, same name as Amanda Soki.
All right, see you next week. The video of the week is coming up. Thank you.
Could be in again. Rashford's in again for 3-0. It is! What an impact. He was a super sub himself, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But he sent on Marcus Rashford here, who has responded with 2 goals.
Well, this boy can do no wrong, and this is brilliant, just shifting the ball past Upamecano, and he just knew he was going to score here.